Hello, this is the first time I've ever made a video. Feels pretty odd. I bet everyone goes through this when they first put a video up. I'm going to go by the YouTube name Raise4D. Yeah, hello. Yesterday I almost died. Um, I had quit smoking on the 10th of May 2014. And I fully expected that the day would come when I had a bad day. I'd heard about it. I'd experienced it before when I'd quit smoking in the past. About a year and a half ago, I'd attempted to quit smoking. I'd went um, about 3 weeks into not smoking and ended up waking up in the middle of the night. Couldn't get air. I've always had a history of asthma. I know, stupid forever starting to smoke, but I think anyone who smokes is kind of stupid, and I always felt that way, but got hooked on them like a lot of people. Um, well, anyway, I went at 3 weeks. The first time I, had any success at quitting cold turkey, no AIDS. Um, I tried the patch and stuff and all that stuff before, and yeah, it never worked. Patch annoying, never stuck to my arm. It always fall off. If you've tried it, you know what I'm talking about. Make you feel sick. You get too much. Just wasn't my thing. I tried it unsuccessfully. So I did the cold turkey thing. Took a lot of willpower, and I did it. And I hit 3 weeks, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't breathe. Woke up the wife, had her take me to the emergency room. They did the standard thing for asthmatics or people, I assume, because that's always been my experience. Go in, nebulizer treatments, steroid shots, stuff like that, get the lungs working again, send me on my way. I'd kind of known that it would happen. It's dumb, this is going to sound stupid, but left the hospital after they got my lungs working again, went home, had a cigarette. Seems dumb, I know, but hey, no more visits to the hospital. Previous conversations with my physician had informed me that there's little hairs, cilia, in people's lungs, and the chemicals in combustible cigarettes paralyze these hairs. They're the things that move the stuff out of your lungs, the crud. And then when you quit smoking, after a while, those hairs come back to life, and your lungs start filtering out all that crap that's built up in your lungs over the 14-ish years that I'd been smoking. It really irritated my lungs, just horribly. And then, like I said, I started smoking again, no problem. Except I was hooked on cigarettes, and even worse than before, because not only did I have the chemical addiction to the nicotine and the other various chemicals found in cigarette smoke. I've heard numbers 2,000, 3,000. I even heard the head guy over at the FDA said that there's over 7,000 chemicals in cigarettes. I don't know who to believe. But anyway, there's a lot of chemicals in cigarettes. We don't even know what they are. Yet, they're still legal. That's kind of weird. But it is America. I believe in freedom and people's right to choose, even when those choices are bad, like mine. Anyway, get back on my train of thought here. I don't want to have dead air time. So I started smoking again, and I went for a long time, and I'd went into, I'd seen e-cigarettes, this seems kind of cliche and like the same story that I've heard so many times on other YouTubes and forums and stuff. But started the cig-alikes, the e-cigarettes that look like cigarettes. Started with the blues. Those weren't cutting it. It's like breathing air. Just didn't get the satisfaction. So I was doing smoking cigarettes and the blues. Moved on from that to various other cig-alikes. Mystic. That one was better. And then tried the Vuse. I am from Colorado, and the big tobacco company that's trying to, they're trying to infiltrate the e-cig market. And I tried the Vuse, and I used that for quite a while. Not too bad. Better product. Not enough to get me off smokes entirely, but I definitely reduced my my consumption of regular cigarettes. Still a dual user. I had received as a Christmas gift from my parents, who are truck drivers, a Fuse um, Ego style. That's a battery with a tank on the top of it that you fill up with juice. And that was it. Once I got a crappy juice, because the convenience stores, they always sell junk, and I was in the middle of getting educated as to what to get, so went and I was using that with some really bad tasting stuff, but hey, at least it was taking care of the cravings for cigarettes. It totally satiated that craving. Um, I want to go back. 'Cause after I started smoking the second time, not only did I have the nicotine addiction, but I also had the fear. I was afraid to stop because I knew that I was going to have to go through this again, and it was scary, and not being able to breathe, feeling like you're drowning. Uh, just horrible experience, and I'm trying to get over this mental block of you know trying to find the willpower to fight through that, even though I know it's going to be bad. So after experimenting with the various types of e-cigarettes, um, and using the views the the fuse that people can buy at convenience stores and truck stops with the horrible tasting e-liquid, that was enough to get off of them. And May 10th, I didn't touch another cigarette. And I was even writing in a book how many days, and it was like countdown to the day when I knew that my lungs were gonna freak out because I totally wasn't using traditional cigarettes anymore. And I just knew it was coming. Um, Yesterday, let me see, let me get a date. May 30th at uh, 4 o'clock, I woke up. In the middle of the night, I was fine. I was hungry. Went and had a bowl of cereal. Ate my cereal. 4:30 rolled around. Could not get a breath. Just, panicking. Could not. Tried to get a breath. Tried to calm down. It was the worst and fastest asthma attack I've ever had. This brings me to the point of posting this video. I've seen a lot of videos of people's first experiences with quitting smoking and switching to e-cigarettes. And I wanted to put it out there. If you're asthmatic, which I was an asthmatic smoker, um, make sure you have spoken with your physician before you try this. Quitting smoking, just cold turkey, or using e-cigarettes to quit smoking. Because I personally believe from experience, like I said, I tried to quit smoking without e-cigarettes, and I had the exact same experience. Um, you could possibly have a horrible bronchial spasm. Horrible, just the worst one I've ever had in my life. Make sure you have your fast-acting inhaler on hand. I did not have a fast-acting inhaler in my house. I'd been using Advair to control my asthma symptoms while I was a smoker, which worked pretty good, except for those mornings where I woke up and I was lightheaded and I was wheezy. It was just one of the motivations why I wanted to quit smoking. I'm tired of suffering and not living my life in a healthy way. Um, my mouth's getting dry right now from talking. I'm not used to doing stuff like this. Um, so just make sure you talk with your doctor. Make sure that they're understanding if you want to try to use the e-cigarette as an alternative to smoking, as a harm reduction device. Make sure that they're aware of that and they're just not totally closed off and uneducated to what they are. Um, I did go to let me go back to my story. Went to the hospital. My oxygen level was at 54%. Was at 54. I think that's a percentage. 54. That's extremely low. I could not talk. I mean, I could, but it was, I guess that's how they gauge how bad you are. They try to talk to you. It was super frustrating. I'm like, stop talking to me and help. Maybe it wouldn't have been so bad if I'd had that fast acting inhaler. I'd just been relying on that Advair because it was doing the trick as long as I used it, at least once a day. Um, Anyway, they got me breathing again, typical treatment, steroids, oxygen, um, albuterol nebulizer, uh, a couple other things. But anyway, they got me breathing again. Thank the doctors, thank God. Um, I, if I hadn't gone in, I would not be here tonight or today. I would not be here. My son would be without a father. My wife would be a widow. Be very careful. It scared me. Um, I to go on after I stayed there. They kept me till 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I stayed there until 1:30. I left at 1:30. They wanted to make sure that I didn't have another big episode. Got on a they call a burst of prednisone. That's a steroid. Takes care of inflammation in the lungs and stuff. They use it a lot on severe asthmatics. Um, it's dangerous. You can't be on it all the time. Causes lots of problems with the body. That's why they do a short burst and wean you off of it so that your body chemistry doesn't freak out. Very important to listen to those. I've read a lot of how that works. But talk to your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I feel like I'm pretty informed about it because I've had troubles with it my whole life. They got me on the Advair. I'm using it twice a day. Also um, using my albuterol inhaler about once every 4 hours. That's what the doctors instructed me to do. They told me to don't smoke anymore. They also told me not to use the e-cigarette anymore. And the two people walked into my room. I didn't really appreciate this. I wish they would have come to me and had a conversation where I could feel like I could be open with them. But they didn't. They came into my room. My wife's there. My son's there. They're telling me don't smoke and no e-cigarettes. They said, and I quote, "We went on the internet." This is the extent of their education. We went on the internet, and the FDA says that e-cigarettes can cause extreme bronchial spasms. And I looked at him and I said, "Is this the first time you've looked up electronic cigarettes?" And they're like, "Yeah." I mean, it popped right up. And I'm like, "I've been researching electronic cigarettes for 3 months. It's been my hobby to research them because I was considering switching to them. And I don't do anything other than when I got hooked on cigs, I found that mistake out the first time. Bad just to jump into something. Bad idea." Um, anyway, I'm not going to get into the story why I started smoking. I think most of our stories are pretty similar. And I think most of us wish we weren't doing them. I told the doctor, the doctor, and there was a student doctor there, um, that I've been researching this for 3 months. I've never read anything like this. And in fact, I know that the FDA's official response is that we just don't know what's in them. Well, that doesn't really help anybody. And there's a lot of scare tactics out there and incomplete reports and all this and and a lot of ignorance, a lot of prejudice because it looks like cigarettes. And people worry. They worry about the kids. My own wife hates it. She's quit cold turkey. I needed a crutch. I needed something, to trick my brain into thinking I'm still smoking because I'm scared to quit. For good reason, because I almost died. I would have died. I am. I hope nobody freaks out. I still am using my e-cigarette. This is my MVP. Haven't had this for very long. I'm not using it a whole lot just to make sure I don't have those cravings because I definitely don't want to run down to the store and buy another pack of smokes. I want to go through this. I want to get through it carefully. I know some people out there freak out, think I'm taking a risk, but I've studied these things. There are studies out there. And I don't feel my choice that I'm making. I don't feel that this is what's going to kill me. I feel that not getting off those cigarettes is what's going to kill me. And I wish people would understand. I mean, it's kind of frustrating to me. I'm trying to make a change, and I don't want to be tempted because I could go down to the store, go down and go buy a pack of smokes, and suck on that one cigarette, kill all the cilia in my lungs again, and be right back where I started. It's a trap for me. I can't get out of it. I'm gonna have to suffer through it, and I want to do that. Heaven forbid I go to the hospital to my doctor and he says, we don't know what to. I don't. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to believe that my lungs are going to get better, and then I'm going to be okay. Um, I'm not doing this as much as I was when I first started, but this doesn't make me wheeze. Every time I had a cigarette, I would wheeze. Every time I'd have to hide it from my wife because she'd worry. This doesn't do that. Um, like I said, the important thing is I'm not going to use it right here on camera today. Like I said, I'm trying to limit my use of anything into my lungs other than the medicines that my doctors have given me for now. Um, but like I told my doctor right in front of my wife, if I feel a craving for a cigarette to so strong that I'm tempted to run down to the store and buy a pack of smokes, I'm going to use my e-cigarette instead. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't think so. Like I've done the research, like I said, and and I feel that it's a safer alternative, the alternative than smoking. I'm not doing this for pity. Just want to inform people out there because I know that I've never seen anybody go through what I'm going through, and if there's any other asthmatics out there that are quitting smoking, I just want everyone to be very careful that's in that situation, whether you're just quitting cold turkey or whether you're using some other harm reduction or like a quit smoking aid, gum, patches, whatever. Your lungs can freak out. It's not the patch that's doing it. If it was the patch, I'd have had the same result. That's why I'm not scared of the e-cigarette. Um, I'd have had the same result. Just be very careful. Um, I mean, like I said, I'm going to say it again. I'm not doing it for sympathy. I would have died. Be very careful. Make sure you got your fast-acting inhaler around at all times. Talk to your doctor beforehand. Mine's the 3-week mark. That's my day. That's when I quit smoking. That's when my lungs freak out. Um, your day could be a week. It could be a month and a half. I don't know, but make sure you are prepared. It's the middle of the night. If I'd have been by myself, I don't know if I'd still be here. Um, I'm all for quitting smoking. I'll keep you all posted as to my progress. I'm feeling pretty good today. Of course, I'm on prednisone, um, but I'll keep you all informed. Thank you for watching.